We're in our African section right now at the White Rhino exhibit, and I have Matt with me, the keeper in this area, who was the first one on the scene for our newborn white rhino that was born on December 7th at, what, about 3 o'clock in the morning?
About 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah. Matt, tell everybody what you saw when you got here at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Well, I came racing into work, and the first thing I heard was the newborn baby kind of chirping. And then from there, I noticed that she was actually not with her mom. She was actually hanging out with these other two females right here. So somehow she managed to get her way and to see her aunts before she saw her mom.
At 3 o'clock in the morning, it's got to be a little bit unnerving when you've got all these big rhinos in the holding area and trying to figure out who should be where. But you figured it out, and then you got mother and calf back together. And how did that whole process go?
Oh, it was actually pretty easy. The two other females were actually kind of afraid of the baby. They weren't too sure what to do with her, so I was able to just move them off to the side and bring mom over to baby.
He makes it sound very easy, but you have to remember these animals are about 4,000 pounds, and you got to get all that managed in the back and at 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, this is Kadogo's second calf, the zoo's second calf as well, so a little female, and I know you weighed her about a week ago, and what was her weight?
Yeah, last week she was 236 pounds.
Wow. So this calf is going to consume about 400 ounces of milk a day now that mother has to provide for about the first 6 months of its life. So this calf will grow by leaps and bounds. Now, this is not an endangered species. It's a threatened species, still being watched, even though the numbers are coming up in the wild quite nicely. But we are always mindful of rhino poaching in Africa, and we have to be careful of that. Our population here is supporting the SSP plan, and we're very fortunate to have females that came from the wild. So this calf ends up being important genetically. Now, tell me about the first day the calf had the exhibit and introducing the calf to the other two females and to the zebras.
Well, introducing the calf was actually very exciting. We had all of our animals in our collection pretty much watching the gate. We had our elephants back in this yard looking at the gate. We had all of our rhinos out looking at the gate. We even had our guinea fowl camped out at the gate waiting for the baby to come out. So it was really exciting. Baby came charging out. Was a little hesitant at first, but then kind of got to know everybody. It was actually, more than anything, very interested in the zebra. So that was the fun part.
Yeah. So I understand she's already figured out that zebras can kick pretty good, and she knows what the kick zone is. So that's not a problem anymore.
No, she learned her lesson. It took one or two kicks at her, and she keeps her distance now.
Figured it out. Now, the interesting part about white rhinos is the calves lead the female. So the calf can run wherever it wants and knows that it has about 4,000 pounds to back it up if it gets into trouble. Now, the other interesting part about the management of this species is the staff's able to pull blood on these animals at just about any time that we need to, and that's important for us monitoring their health, reproductive cycling, so on and so forth. So Matt, briefly, how did you train these big animals to stand for a blood draw?
Well, it actually takes a little bit of coaxing and a lot of relationship building. The most important thing that we can do as a keeper is try to build a relationship with the animals so that there's a level of trust between us. So we can trust them, they can trust us. From that point on, we just started feeding them and getting them comfortable, and then we played with their ears. Once we got them used to us touching their ears, really the stick isn't that bad. I see. Initially they kind of flinch, but after that they just hang out because they know there's going to be more goodies coming.
So it's all about positive reinforcement. It's the same policy we use with our elephants as well, and the animals become very accustomed to it, and it's not a fearful thing. Probably do better at that than you and I would if we were in the doctor's office, I would imagine, taking a blood sample. So what interesting stories about this calf since December 7th do you want to relate to the audience?
Well, I think the most interesting part about our newborn calf is her personality. She's one of the most outgoing, rambunctious, and very bold animals I've come across, especially at her young age. So it's very fun for us now because she's seen us, she trusts us now, so when we walk around, she'll follow us around. We're able to go into the pen with her and take weights on her, and I think that's the most interesting part is we just call her wherever we want her to go, and she'll come right up. She totally trusts us, and it's really rewarding for us.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a great program. It's again, second calf on the ground, and more to come in the future. The next time you're at the zoo, stop by and see our new white rhino calf.